Arkansas released its non-conference basketball schedule for the upcoming season yesterday, and while we already knew most of the teams, most of the matchups that were in it, this gave us an opportunity to see all 13 games that the Razorbacks will be playing. There's 11 set games because obviously they go to the PK80, and we still have two months before the season starts, another month before they even start practice. But it's not a stretch at all to say that this is probably going to be the best schedule that Mike Anderson's had during his time at Arkansas. From a couple different standpoints, you look at first off just the heavy hitters that they play. Obviously, they go to Portland for Thanksgiving to play Oklahoma. Could be close to the top 25. Should be much improved from last year. If they win that, you look at a rematch with North Carolina, which I think everybody wants to see. Obviously, that would be a big matchup. You have a chance to get 3 really, really top-tier, high-end games in that. And then, they've got other big matchups. Minnesota coming back to Arkansas for a return game from last year. They're probably going to be a top 20 team in some preseason polls. That's definitely kind of a marquee sort of home matchup. And Oklahoma State probably won't be as good as they were last year, but when they come in January for the SEC Big 12 Challenge, that's going to be a game that's going to draw a big crowd, and a lot of people are going to be interested in that border rivalry game and a little bit of a revenge factor from last year when OSU handled Arkansas in Stillwater. So you've got the big games, and then you've got a lot of games that are also going to be maybe not as well-known of teams, but the mid-major schedule is really, really good. They've got 5 teams on the schedule that last year finished with top 77 RPIs. And in retrospect, last year they played 2 teams that finished with top 77 RPIs. So that kind of gives you a feel for the depth that they have on the schedule. Some really, really good teams. I think 9 of the 11 teams that are on the schedule that they know that they're going to play finished with at least 20 wins last year. 7 of those teams finished with an RPI in the top 100. This is going to be the most challenging schedule that they've had in Mike Anderson's time. He's got kind of an interesting group, 6 seniors, but he's got a lot of new faces and underclassmen that they've got to work in there and kind of get a feel for how the team chemistry is and where all the parts fit. And this is definitely not going to be – the schedule is going to test that, and there are no gimmies on the schedule for the most part. So we know the non-conference schedule now. Thursday we'll find out what the SEC schedule is. The office will release that, and we'll get a chance to talk to Mike Anderson. So keep it tuned in to Whole Hog Sports, and we'll get you more coverage Thursday whenever we know what the SEC part of the schedule looks like.